Unlock your dream property with Meeks Realty Group, where Rich the Realtor makes real estate dreams a reality. Whether it's residential or commercial, we've got Charleston to Huntington covered. Your key to exceptional real estate experiences start here. Meeks Realty Group. Contact us at meeks.us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Have a good Monday morning to everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Time for Charleston Talk Show, the Dave Allen Show, 580 Live, the voice of Charleston, WCHS, coming to you from the Jared Construction Studio. Senior producer Ryan Nicholson in charge of things today. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline, 304-345-5858. Tony Taylor, text 304-935-5008. We do the show from the Jared Construction Studios, right on time, right on budget. Visit jared-construction.com. Phone calls to the show is service of Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, Spring Street, Charleston. Texting services provided by West Virginia's finest men's store, Tony the Tailor, Virginia Street. Tony's summer hours, Mondays 11 to 3, Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5:30, Saturdays by appointment only. Check out bestmastertailor.com or Tony's Facebook page if you need more information. Coming up a little bit later on the show, Charleston Mayor Amy Shuler Goodwin is going to stop by. You get questions, comments, concerns about things going on in the city. The mayor joins us at least once a month, usually on the first Monday of the month, to give you an opportunity to talk about what's going on in Charleston. And we get a lot of folks that call up and say, hey, I got a pothole. I got this going on. I got that going on. Or maybe it's good stuff. Whatever. The mayor is always a good sport to come in. And your phone calls and text are welcome to her. She'll be in here about 30 minutes or so. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline to call her up, 304-345-5858. Tony the Tailor, text 304-935-5008. Want to bring in our good buddies. First of all, G Money from our sister station 107.3 The Beats here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dave.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming into our new place here. First time, we get you guys in the beat upstairs and all over the building, but you guys are getting a new studio, but it won't be as nice as mine.
Come on now.
I'm kidding. We also have Patty Tilley with us from the Salvation Army. Patty, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good this morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Welcome back to both of you. We want to talk about the golf tournament that you've got going up, but G, I also want to talk to you about the 18th annual 107.3 The Beats Backpack Attack, which is happening Wednesday on our parking lot, 1111 Virginia Street, East in Charleston. We'll get into that a little bit more. But, Patty, I want to start with you. Talk about this big event you got. Either one of you. I'm an easy interviewer. Either one of you wants to jump in. Talk about this golf tournament.
So our golf tournament, it's our second annual Red Kettle Classic. It's taking place Friday, August the 15th. Tee time will be beginning 8 o'clock at registration, and the event is to help raise money for the year-round programs of the Salvation Army. And
where's the tournament being held?
The tournament's being held at Little Creek Golf Course. One
of the great golf courses that's in South Charleston. They do a great job with that. I want to talk about the overall mission of the Salvation Army in the area.
So the overall mission is to serve people. That's what we're here for, to love on people, to make sure that people's needs are met, whether that be a place for a child after school to go before they go home, a meal that a single mother may need to put on her table, or at Christmas time if a child needs presents. But the overall mission is to serve people and to do that the best as we can.
And, when you think about the Salvation Army, obviously the first thing that pops up is the kettle drives that you do around the holiday season. But those drives are done for a reason, it's not just to help out during Christmas.
No, the programs run year round. We January through December. Our doors are open on Tennessee Avenue. We help in 7 counties. There are always people who are hungry, needing clothing, and that's what we're there for.
Are you seeing a greater need for the services of the Salvation Army here over the last, let's say, year or two? Has it been about the same? What's the need been?
There's been an increased need with everything that happens in the world and the economy. Things are up and down. We could see people that last week had a good full-time job with benefits and was doing well, but something may happen, an illness or an accident where they're out of work all of a sudden and they need help and they don't know what to do or where to turn. that electric bill comes in and all of a sudden they don't have an income and they're not sure how they're going to pay it. So they call Vandy down at the Salvation Army, and Vandy pulls them in and helps them as much as she can to keep those bills paid for their families. Talking
with Patty Tilley. G-Money, I want to ask you, though, what's your involvement in all this? I mean, you've been a longtime supporter of the Salvation Army. Talk to us about your involvement.
Yes, Dave. I am on the advisory board for the Salvation Army. And last year we wanted to come up with a different way to raise money. So they came to me. They was like, George, do you have any ideas? So I came up and I said, well, let's try a golf tournament. It was very successful last year. So again, we're coming back again this year with our second annual Red Kettle Classic golf tournament. My involvement, I try to be involved as much as possible over there. Not only just raising money, but just out, just supporting and letting people in the community know about the Salvation Army.
And you've seen firsthand, because I know you've been involved with them for a long time, G. You've seen firsthand the great things that they do here in the Charleston area, and for 7 counties, as Patty said.
Exactly, like she said, we do reach out to 7 counties. The command is right here in Charleston, but there's social services. There is the youth center. There's so many activities and so many things that goes on over at the Salvation Army. Like Patty said, if you need help, Vandy is so awesome over there. People call in that need help paying a bill. And Vandy pulls them in and makes sure, she makes sure that they get the resources or get the money that they need to get them bills paid.
Talk about the social services, Patty, that the Salvation Army offers.
So Vandy and the social service office is open 5 days a week. People can come in for things like food. She has homeless packs ready to go so that when the homeless people come in, they have a pack that they can take with them with food or hygiene items in it. There's a food pantry right there. So when people come in, we're good about getting donations from Kroger and Sam's, so we're able to give them fresh fruits and vegetables and meat, and then our canned food. So they walk out with food that day to feed their families. Utility assistance. It's a great place for kids going back to school. If parents don't have a lot of money, they can get clothing vouchers from Vandy to go into our thrift stores to find that clothes that they need for those kids to go back to school. So it's really just all right there in one spot at 301 Tennessee Avenue.
Doing good stuff over there. Again, we're talking with Patty Tilley from the Salvation Army and our guy, G Money. We know him as G. George is also his name. He's helping out with the Salvation Army in this golf tournament. How many teams did you have approximately last year?
Last year we had 18. Last year we had 18 teams, and it was had a storm. And believe it or not, all 18 teams showed up and played in a storm.
Golfers don't care.
And exactly. And, they walked away and was like, this was one of the best tournaments we've ever played in. So these are little things that we look forward to. And we hopefully this year, the weather, we'll have nice weather. It won't rain and it will be more successful.
I've learned in being around golf tournaments, my entire career that they're pretty much willing to play no matter what. Golfers are a hardcore group. Once you get them out there on the course, they're going to keep going. What about sponsors? Do you have some sponsors for the tournament, like corporate sponsors, or do you need corporate sponsors? What do you need?
We have some sponsors, but we are still looking for sponsors.
Okay. And how do people become a sponsor? And what exactly are you looking for, like monetary donations and things?
Monetary donations for sponsorships. We have everything from $7,500 down to $500. $500 for a team. If anybody's interested in sponsoring or just donating toward the tournament, they can call me at 304-343-4548 or visit our website at Salvation Army CharlestonWV.org, and it's all right there on our webpage under the events tab.
It is 9:16. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is presented in part by Live Healthy, West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine. It's a podcast promoting healthier lifestyles and beyond the state of West Virginia. Check out the latest episodes, WVMetronews.com, under the podcast menu. We'll get back to the Salvation Army here for a moment, but GY, I got you here. We got a big event going on here on our parking lot. We do it every year. 18 years we've been doing this, and big shout out to the folks at Salango Law for sponsoring it. It's our annual backpack attack. Things are going to start Wednesday afternoon. We'll start lining up at about 3. We usually blow the whistle, fire the gun, whatever, at 4 o'clock to get them in here. Couple of things that you need to know, parents, grandparents. The kids have to be present. And we have an issue with this sometimes. Most people are understanding, but they'll say, well, my child or my grandkid was at home or whatever. We got to actually physically see the kid. So you got to bring the kids. We're going to give them a backpack with everything that they need for the upcoming school year. And you've been a part of this. You've been a part of it just probably since the beginning, right? Or
18
pretty close.
years.
18 years. Woody drug you into this thing and he won't let you out.
Listen, I've been a part of West Virginia WVRC media for 24 years now. So this is one of our big events right here. Mm-hmm. And, just to talk about it, Dave, I just get a lot of chills through my body because we do want the child to be present in order to receive the backpack. We like to talk to the kids. We want to, give them that extra boost. Just speak to them and give them that extra boost. So when they step in that classroom, they know, hey, G Money or Woody Woods, just talk to me. This is what I got to do. That's why we want to see the kids and we want to put the backpack in their hand, not in the parents' hand. So we stress that each and every year. We know that some kids may not be able to make it due to unforeseen circumstances. But again, we want to see the child. We want to put the backpack in the child's hand. And again, it wouldn't be possible without our community. We call them our community partners. Yeah. Cause we reach out to them and, we tell them, hey, it's time for our backpack. They say no more. What do you need? This is the type of reaction we get with our community partners when we out there. And big shout out to Salango Law. They stepped up and, they are, our title sponsor for our backpack attack, our 18th annual backpack attack.
And the way it works is, again, our parking lot is 1111 Virginia Street East in Charleston, just up from Charleston Catholic. When you come in, kids will line up down the street, and they go well beyond Charleston Catholic.
Almost to the newspaper.
All the way down through there. And they'll start lining up early. I mean, we usually tell them to start lining up about 3. They're out there by 1:30 or so, standing in line. We let a few in at a time, 5 or 6. We have them make the circle around the parking lot. We've got other vendors here, too. We always have, as you said, we have our community sponsors that are out there with us with other things to give away, and it's very orderly. We bring people in. You go to station 1, station 2, and then we have you exit out the other side. And those what's needed in backpacks has kind of changed over the years. You've been there since day one, so we had to put different things into backpacks now.
Yes, we, of course, a lot of the kids are going to tablets, so of course that's why we had to make that adjustment and not put the notebooks and all of the pencils and things like that because they're on their tablet. Mm-hmm. But we still supply them things. We just don't supply as much as we did because they don't need it.
Yeah, and somebody had asked about earbuds.
We put earbuds in there.
And the reason that is important on the surface, you may say, why earbuds? Because every kid in Kanawha County Schools has an iPad, some sort of a tablet, and they have to have the earbuds in order to study, if they're in their library or they're in their classroom or whatever, so you're not disturbing other students. That's why, to answer the texter's question from a couple of days ago, that's why they have the earbuds there.
Yeah. And like I say, we try to think of everything that child is going to need for that school year. So again, that's why we say we're trying to prepare them for a successful school year. We may not give them everything that they need, but we're going to prepare them to start the school year off right.
If you don't do well, it's not on us. Is that what you're saying? We're giving you all the tools, parents. And again, that'll be Wednesday. We'll start lining up about 3:00 down the street here on Virginia Street, East in Charleston. We'll normally wrap it up by about 5:30 or 6. And if we have backpacks left over, which sometimes we do, we always make sure that those go to the schools. We'll just pick a school and take them and drop them off. And they got the backpacks always got the Beat logo on them. They're very, very popular with the kids. They love them.
Oh, I'm telling you, these are some really nice backpacks. I was just in there yesterday, digging through the boxes. Of course, because we got to get started this week, today, packing them. Yeah. So yesterday I was in there digging through the boxes. They're really nice, backpacks. So, you're not getting something that's not going to last. This is going to last your child the whole school year.
Yeah, exactly right. And again, that packing process is what we get to do here because when the kids come in, we just hand them the backpack. It's already filled with everything.
Already filled.
But our community partners are handing out other things too.
Oh yeah, we'll have like Garee Dental Group, they will most likely be there handing out toothbrushes, and things like that. We also have, West Virginia Eye Consultants. They will actually be there. 10 and 10 Incorporated. A lot of our community partners will be in the parking lot handing out something.
Yeah. Everybody's got something.
Yeah. Everyone will have something to hand out.
And we'll be talking about it more as we get a little closer. It's all happening Wednesday. Let's get back to the golf tournament again. Patty, I appreciate you giving up a little of your time here, but I had to kill two birds with one stone with my man G when he's in the studio here. Let's hit the date, the time, the website, Facebook, phone, whatever people need to know about your golf tournament, which is happening a week from this Friday.
August 15th. Tee is at 8 o'clock for registration. They can visit the Salvation Army, charlestonwv.org, or call me at the office at 304-343-4548. We still have teams available, $500 for a team. That's a bargain from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. So
it is. We still have spots open for teams. So get your teams together, come out and hit some balls. And we have a hole-in-one tournament this year that we didn't have last year. So an opportunity to win $10,000.
Sweet.
That's not chump change.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hit on, that hole-in-one. Like, if you're a golfer, and if you want a chance to win $10,000, this is your chance right here. Only thing you have to do is come on out. We have a hole that's already picked. And if you hit a hole in one on this certain hole, you can walk away with $10,000.
$10,000.
Yes.
That's good stuff. What if somebody is like an individual? They don't have a team. If somebody just says, well, I want to golf, I want to participate, but I'm in a small company, can't get, can you put them with somebody? Will you take individuals?
We can't take individuals right now, just by team. If somebody wants to donate, they can if they want to come out and volunteer.
Okay. Yeah, you need volunteers to pull off golf tournaments too.
Yes.
Yeah, they can come out and help with that.
All right, Patty, Tilly, and G Money, appreciate you both being here. Thanks a lot. Good luck with everything next week. It's 9:23. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, presented in part by Generations Physical Therapy, the leading provider of outpatient PT in the Tri-State for nearly 30 years. For an appointment, 304-760-5660 or visit generationspt.com to find the closest location near you. Biggly Piggly Wiggly Hotline. 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Charleston Mayor Amy Shuler Goodwin will join us a little bit later on in the show. If you got questions, comments, concerns for the mayor, now's your opportunity to talk to her. I already got a text or two waiting on her when she gets here. So we'll take a break. We're coming back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you a physical therapy assistant and looking for an opportunity in orthopedics, wellness, and athletic care? If so, Generations Physical Therapy is offering flexible work hours and an upbeat atmosphere. With 7 convenient locations, Generations may have a job designed for you. Visit generationspt.com.
We know summer's not over yet, and school is probably the last thing on your mind. But don't get caught off guard with back-to-school shopping when the time sneaks up on you. Right now, at Members Choice West Virginia Federal Credit Union, you can get a back-to-school loan to cover everything on this year's list. Get all those must-haves with up to $1,500 and rates as low as 7.99% with up to 12 months to pay back. So apply today at memberschoicewv.com. Loans are subject to credit approval. Additional restrictions may apply.
When I set out to build our firm, it was built for greatness. It was built for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Office 222 Capitol Street, Charleston. Cases will be handled by West Virginia licensed attorneys. The attorney in this ad is not licensed in West Virginia. ForThePeople.com.
According to Feeding America, over 7 million seniors nationwide were food insecure in 2022. West Virginia is no different. Hi, I'm Jason, President and CEO of Union Mission Ministries. For 113 years, Union Mission has focused on helping people in need. Right now, our senior citizens need our help. That is why Union Mission is partnering with local senior living facilities to get food delivered directly to those in need. Will you help us reach more seniors? Visit unionmission.com to learn more.
The latest in news, talk, and sports on 580 WCHS is brought to you by Jarrett Construction. Visit jarrett-construction.com for more information.
Right on time, right on budget. Call on Jarrett Construction.
Welcome back to the show. It's 926. Bigley, Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is presented in part by Meeks Rentals and Leasing, offering stress-free property management for both renters and property owners. Visit meeksrentals.com. We will be talking a little bit later on to the mayor of Charleston, Amy Shuler Goodwin. You want to call up and talk to the mayor? You want to text in? That's fine as well. You can call us at 304-345-5858. Courtesy of Bigley, Piggly Wiggly, or you can text us, courtesy of my man Tony the Taylor, 304-935-5008. We had a text here about G Money. It says, George G Money is one of the most caring, community-dedicated folks I have ever seen, and a good man doing great things. I would agree with that. He is a fantastic dude. I am proud to call him a coworker. He does so much in the community that you don't even necessarily hear about all of the things that G does. Now, again, on the backpack attack, remember it's happening on Wednesday on our parking lot, 1111 Virginia Street East in Charleston, and we'll line up about 3. We'll start at 4, and just come on out and bring the kids out. Kids must be present. That is very, very key. We want to actually see the kids, and we have over the years and I've only been a part of this thing for the last, I guess, 3 or 4 years. But this thing's been going on for 18 years. Big shout out to Salango Law for sponsoring this year, and all of our community all our community partners. G Money just mentioned there. We couldn't do it without them. But the reason that we have to have the kids there is because we kind of want to avoid, we've had instances in the past, unfortunately, people say, well, I need 10 backpacks for 10 kids at home. Now, maybe somebody's got 10 kids. I don't know that anybody necessarily does. So if you got those 10 kids, bring the 10 kids out. We'll place the backpacks directly in their hands. A couple of quick things here. Over the next couple days, you're going to be hearing a new voice on WCHS here in Charleston. He isn't exactly a new voice. He's been with our company for a while, but he's relocating from Martinsburg to Charleston. His name is Daniel Woods. And ever since Kyle Wiggs took over for Tony Caridi on Sportsline, Daniel's been handling the morning sports on the morning news with Chris and Jeff. You've also heard him covering various sports stories on Metro News Midday with us. Daniel is going to be joining us here in Charleston to handle sports and news as well. In fact, we're talking about The Beat earlier. 107.3 The Beat is going to be the new home this fall for West Virginia State football. And Daniel is going to be covering that for us. And Daniel will join us on the show tomorrow, because as you know, when we add new blood here at the Radio Ranch, like we like to call it, I like to bring them on the show so you can get to know them. Now, this time around, not totally new blood, but he's new to us here in Charleston. Daniel Woods is his name, and he's going to join the team tomorrow. So we are looking forward to getting to know Daniel Woods. Yeah, I'll do a little 20 questions or maybe 10 questions with him coming up on the show tomorrow. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is presented in part by your hometown baseball team, the Charleston Dirty Birds. Off night tonight for the Birds before they begin a series against Gastonia on the road lasting through the weekend. They're back at Gomart Ballpark next Tuesday night. For tickets, schedules, merchandise, promotions, and more, visit dirtybirdsbaseball.com. And by the way, this past Saturday night was 80s night over to Ballpark. And if you haven't seen the video of our guy Shockley from our sister station 98.7 The Mountain, Wild and Wonderful Classic Rock, Shockley was asked to throw out the first pitch, and he nailed it. I mean, he nailed it even at his age. And I say that because he's a couple of months older than I am. He absolutely nailed it. I got the video. It's posted over on the Mountain Facebook page. It's also on Dave Allen Radio. So if you want to see what it's supposed to look like when you get somebody from outside the baseball world to throw out a first pitch, go take a look. I think it was the hair, because he's got all this hair. I think it was the hair, but he put that hair behind him. The velocity in that thing was incredible. So, Shockley did really well. And thanks to the Dirty Birds for having us out there on Saturday night. Going back to the Daniel Woods situation, I also do want to mention that a bit of a sad note here, a voice that you've become familiar with over the last couple of years is leaving us. Kat Skeldon, who has been a big part of our news team for the last, I guess, couple of years or so, is leaving us to pursue other career opportunities. I will say this, Kat Skeldon was a delight to work with, and we wish her the very best in her future endeavors. You heard her voice throughout the day on the news. She did a fantastic job, and so she's going to be leaving us for other things. I got to tell, though, a quick Kat Skeldon story, all right? A couple of years ago, had our good friends from the reptile facility over in Tays Valley. You know, the one I'm talking about. With they got the lizards and the snakes and so on and so forth. I had the gentleman, Andy McKee, on the show with me a couple of years ago, and he said, I'm going to bring some snakes in, if that is okay. Well, I talked to our HR department. Ashley and the folks said, well, it's okay, but you probably need to let everyone know about it. And I said, okay. I said, that's fine. So I sent out an email to the office day before and throughout the office and said, we're going to have a gentleman named Andy McKee on the show tomorrow, and he's going to be bringing some reptiles and snakes in studio. Just wanted to let everyone know you may want to avoid the WCHS studio. We weren't in the new studio. This was our old studio. This was a couple of years ago. Poor Miss Kat Skeldon would not enter the building until the snake was gone. And her office and the area she works at is nowhere near where the studio is. Everybody's got their thing, and apparently that was hers. She was a little bit frightened about the snakes, so we got through it. But I just had to tell that quick Kat Skeldon story. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony V. Taylor, text 304-935-5008. Big story from St. Albans over the weekend, and Jeff writes about it and has pictures posted about it this morning at WVMetroNews.com. A train derailment in St. Albans. Now, it was reported shortly after 11:30 Saturday night. The city has closed traffic at the Boone Street underpass, the Walnut, Spruce Street crossings, etc., until CSX wraps up their work there. So just so you know about that, and again, we got pictures posted about it over at WVMetroNews.com. Also, you may want to check out TJ's commentary today. He'll be on to talk about it a little bit later on the show. It's about the governor's out-of-state fundraisers, one in Napa Valley and another in Dallas. Now, it was an interesting story to me. There's nothing at all wrong with it. It's perfectly legal. It just may rub some people the wrong way. And let's be clear, though, others have had out-of-state fundraisers, including Senator Manchin. But some may say there's a bit of a difference when it comes to out-of-state fundraisers between senators and a governor. Anyway, read the commentary. TJ's got it posted. It's posted on the website, also on our social media as well. Coming up on this show tomorrow, Sean Zuniga from the city of South Charleston is going to join us. Also, as I said, we'll introduce you to the newest member of our radio family here in Charleston, the aforementioned Daniel Woods. Coming up later today, Metro News Midday with 13 News and Tonight Live anchor Amanda Barrett and me, powered by Salango Law. Chris Lawrence will update us on the news. And it's Monday, meaning we introduce you to another great mayor from around the state today, the mayor of Elkins. And that is coming up on Metro News Midday with 13 News and Tonight Live anchor Amanda Barrett and me at noon today, brought to you by Salango Law. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony V. Taylor, text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Bridge Valley, offering custom tailored trainings to supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu. We'll take a break. The mayor is coming up next. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses bring first-class businesses to your community.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year, or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hi, I'm Nathan Adkins with CEC. Why did I choose CEC? It's simple. As a Huntington native and a Marshall grad, I'm thrilled to work in CEC's Charleston office, giving back to my community. At CEC, I dive into every engineering aspect, learning from West Virginia's best. Being employee-owned means that I have a stake in my future. We're not just names on projects, we connect with clients, adding personality to every job. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com. Summer savings are happening right now at Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane, and you can't afford to miss this. Now, you know that Gene and Ryan have built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals. But those deals are getting better this summer. That's because right now Walker has employee pricing going on all month long. Yeah, that's right. You pay what we pay. Check this out. New 2025 Ram Crew Cabs with up to $12,500 off MSRP. You'll also find new Ram 2500 Crew Cabs priced with up to $10,000 off MSRP. And if an SUV for a family vacation is what you're after this summer, look no further than the Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's the one with third row seating, and you'll find it right now Walker priced with up to $8,000 off MSRP. Don't wait, because these deals and this inventory aren't going to last long. Take that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just off the Hurricane exit of I-64. Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Welcome back to the show. 23 minutes away from Tampa Dave Island Show on 580 Line, brought to you in part by Husson's Pizza. This month at your favorite Husson's, get a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and a big 8-inch chocolate chip cookie, $23.99. Dine in, carry out, or order delivery by finding your closest Husson's at Husson'sPizza.com. Let's welcome into the show now the mayor of the fine city of Charleston, West Virginia. It is Charleston Mayor Amy Shuler Goodwin. How you doing?
Husson's. I'm so hungry.
Kind of harder for me to read every day.
I have not eaten yet today, which is bad, I know. That sounds delicious.
Yeah. All right. So I want to, by the way, we got text line, phone lines open. Great. And I got one text waiting for you. We're going to get to here momentarily with a question. You got something that you want to talk to us about with the mayor? Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline, 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text, 304-935-5008. Oh, the TBT run.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
It was great.
It was great. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Would have loved to have seen them playing for that $1 million.
Would have loved it.
What was not meant to be, but what a great run and what a great shot in the arm for the city of Charleston,
oh, man.
the CVB, the city itself,
wonderful.
Everybody.
Yeah, it was just wonderful having them back. We were so happy to host all the teams. I mean, I know we focused on Her, That, and Best Virginia, but quite frankly, Dave, we were delighted to have all the teams from young men and their families from all over the country. Let's not forget that, it was a wonderful opportunity for us to host them as well. And so while they didn't make it, by golly, they made it to the Final Four. That's never happened before.
Yep.
Amazing athletes, amazing competition. And the one thing that we do really well in the city of Charleston, bring everyone together. I will let everybody know, though, as somebody said to me when they were sitting in those seats, I thought you were replacing these seats, Mayor. I said, yes, I am.
Had a text to the show about it last week.
Yes, I am. It's a common. And so we wanted to get through TBT. It's starting. And it's going to be finished. And it's going to be top to bottom. And we looked at different coliseums and convention centers across the country, working with OVG, the company that we hired many years ago to help us manage that big facility. But when they did the renovations, the $100 million, the seats weren't touched. And it's something that we now are filling and flooding with the amount of uptick that we're seeing in concerts and special events. And so it was a necessity. So I brought it before the council many moons ago, and we have the seats and they're coming in. So maybe the next time you are heading to the Coliseum and Convention Center later on this fall and winter, you'll be sitting in brand new seats. So they look good, they're going to feel good, and they're going to be brand new. Everything is going to be power washed and cleaned all the way down. It takes time. We had to schedule around this. And of course, it was also a hefty ticket as well, Dave.
All right. I think we got a call for the mayor. Let's go to the phones. And Frank, you're on with the mayor. Go ahead.
Hi, Amy.
Hey, Frank.
Well, first I want to say kudos on Live on the Levee and the regatta this year. It's just been fantastic. It's just been a wonderful venue, and I enjoy the heck out of going down there every Friday night and watching it. You've done a special job on that.
Oh, good. Well, Mother Nature, she was really kind to us, Frank, this Friday. I got to be honest with you. If you were down there, you felt the breeze. I'm not going to say you felt a cool breeze on Regatta Day, but I hear you, Frank. Thank you.
It was fantastic.
You're right.
Issue on a house. I bought a house, and there's one right beside of it needs tore down, and I'm on the list to have it demolished, but it seems to be getting worse and worse. Every time the wind blows, the shingles off the roof go all over the street and sidewalk, and the floor's falling in. It's a safety hazard, and I just don't want anybody coming around there just wandering around and falling in and getting hurt or anything. Plus, I get sued if that would happen.
That's right. Frank, have you spoken to anybody from our team, especially in the mayor's office? Have you talked to any of us? Who have you talked to, Billy or who?
Alice Bell over there.
Alice, yeah, sure.
Demolition.
Sure.
Yeah, and then Dion Nichols all over there, the other area, and Ashley.
Yep. Hey, Frank, will you do me a favor so I can,
Sure.
I promise you this, I'll personally follow up with it. If you do me this tiny favor, would
Yes,
you
ma'am.
call, you can either call two people in the mayor's office. You can call Matthew or Andrew. Matthew Sutton is our chief of staff, and Andrew is I always say my right hand, my left eye.
Sure.
Andrew at 304-348-8174. Do me that favor. Either one of the three of us will personally make a phone call about it because I need your address. I need a little bit. I know you don't want to give that over the phone. I wouldn't either, but go ahead and give that to me. Call into the office 304-348-8174. Ask for either one of those guys. They'll take a message. We'll follow up with you and give me a return number to hit you back. Okay, Frank?
Certainly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Frank. Appreciate you,
All
sir.
right, thank you, Frank. It's 18 minutes away from 10 o'clock, and we got another call for the mayor, and that's why she's here. Let's go to the phones. You're on with the mayor. Go ahead. Hello, you're on with the mayor. Yep, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Mike. If you come off Bridge Road and turn and go down where the new Parmar and the new Arby's is,
yes, sir.
It's a really great facility. They really love it. However, I know two people who have already, there's a curb, a concrete curb that comes right out into the street. I mean, it's just inches from the street. I personally know two people who have hit that and destroyed tires. Could you come off the ramp there by Lowry's and drive down and just kind of take a look at that curve and see what you think?
Sure. So help me, Mike. If I'm coming off of Bridge Road and I make a left and I'm heading to Parmar and Parmar is on my right, tell me at which curb. I promise you I'll go do it. Tell me where.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
Is this a new curb? Was this a new curb that was put up when Parmar came in?
Brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new curb.
Yeah.
And I understand sidewalks, you should hit those, but
Sure.
really kind of it veers right out into the street.
Okay.
First, my thing is you're a horrible driver, and then when I had dinner at Paulie's the other night, it was amazing. That's another phone call, but I looked at it and I'm like, holy cow! I mean, it's like
that's
10
right.
inches tall.
Yeah, let me put my eyeballs on it and let me call our planning streets and traffic folks and especially our traffic engineer Matt Hartline. Let me do that, Mike. And
first I thought you're just a horrible driver. But then when I saw it, I mean, it would be easy to hit that thing.
Okay,
It's right out there.
Sure. I really appreciate you reaching out. Thank you so much, Mike. I will follow up with it as well. And just like I told the last caller, 348-8174. I know my office is listening, and we will be dutiful and follow up on that. But if you'd like to call me, if you want to check up on us, which I hope folks do, 348-8174. Andrew or Matthew, leave us your number, and either one of the three of us, including me, we make phone calls at the end of every night of folks that have either emailed us or called us or texted us. So thank you for that, Mike. I appreciate you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is you're popular today, Mayor. It's 15 minutes away from 10. We got another call.
Excellent.
I think this was Dan. Ryan, is that what you said? Okay, this is Dan. Dan, you're on with the mayor. Go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Mayor, I'm wondering if there's any of the city of Charleston pools where adults can swim laps.
Thank you, Dan. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what our programming is in this summer. I do know that we have had adult lap swim. But I'll also be quite honest with you. We also have a lot of kids that show up as well. But we do have some adult swims, but I don't know if you want to leave your number with Ryan or you want to call me 348-8174. I'll follow up on this call with you and see, sir.
I appreciate it. I'll call you at 348-8174.
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate you, and congratulations on the lap swim. That's hard. That's hard work. Lap swim is hard work.
Dan, we appreciate your phone call. 14 minutes away from 10. Text says, "Hey, Dave, can you ask the mayor to update us on the Capital Connector project?"
Oh, thank you.
Timeline to start, ?
Thank you so much. Sooner rather than later. We're almost completely finished with our planning process, and, we hope to get construction underway soon. It's a massive project. If you haven't heard about it, we have been working on this project for many a year, but it was a large project. In total, $27 million of federal funds. Thank you to Senator Shelley Moore Capito, who really championed this for us. And we went to her and she said, how may I help? And so Magic Island to the 35th Street Bridge. And a lot of folks, as a matter of fact, two of my friends said this past weekend they were riding on the far side, the west side, that expansion that happened under the Jones administration, how lovely that was. And I said, well, lock it in. It's going to happen from Magic Island to the 35th Street Bridge as well. Expansion of bike lanes and foliage and mini parks and some great art, and really making it from east to west a bikeable, walkable city. So sooner rather than later, which is a positive, right? It's a positive. But let me also be quite honest with you, folks, and I appreciate this very much so. It's going to be a massive improvement. We're a river city. We should utilize the river, and we will, especially upon completion of this massive $27 million project we've been spearheading. But there's going to be a lot of construction, Dave. There's going to be a lot of upset along the way. It is what it is. We're going to be as accommodating as possible, and certainly going to keep traffic flowing. But make no mistake about it. All of the wonderful things that Frank was talking about this morning when he called in, Dave, about, Live on the Levee and Regatta and, oh, by the way, USA Cycling. And so all of those things are also top of mind and tip of tongue for our team as we try to navigate moving forward and construction and infrastructure improvements, which has always been our number one in our office, while still maintaining all of those awesome, great events. So like forewarning is fair warning, Dave? Is that
that's what they say?
Is that what they say? Fair warning is fair warning.
12 minutes away from 10, older adults should protect themselves against severe respiratory disease. Talk to your doctor about flu, COVID-19, and RSV vaccines. Risk less, do more. Get started. Vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. I know you're going to be leaving us just a little bit early today, but there's a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason. I'm absolutely so thrilled. Just a couple weeks ago, we swore in another officer. Today, we are swearing in 5 new Charleston police officers. I'm absolutely thrilled in a time in which it's very hard for recruitment of officers across the country. Our CPD team is doing an amazing job of recruitment, and so I'm really thrilled to be able to swear in 5 new officers here before too long. So thanks for letting me dip out early. But I also will say, I know your guest coming up, Mayor Jerry Marco of Elkins. I'm going to be with Jerry actually this week. The West Virginia Municipal League, which I'm the vice president of, is coming up, and we host conferences every year. Amazing conferences. I'll be with the mayor there, but I'll be with all the mayors from across the state and city council members from across the state and city managers and clerks, and just an amazing opportunity to get together and listen and learn, see what other people are doing. Quite frankly, steal good ideas from not only our neighbors, but also we have some amazing guest speakers that are coming in. And oh, by the way, I get to introduce one of our guest speakers, and it's Hoppy Kercheval. He's going to be one of our keynotes during the conference.
Isn't he retired?
I don't think so. I mean, it doesn't seem like he is.
No, he's retired. He's retired from the Daily Show. I'd be interested to hear what Hoppy's going to talk about.
I know. I'm really excited about it because, in the room, that's his crowd, Dave. I mean, those are folks like me who have, I was thinking about as I was writing his introduction, I have known him for over 27 years and have worked with him certainly in my former life quite daily sometimes, especially during the 2 different governor's offices that I work directly as communications director. And so he's a smart guy. He's a neat guy. He's engaging, and it will be really interesting to hear his keynote. And also he's such a great guy to offer his time for questions and answers. So it is going to be interesting because, the West Virginia Municipal League is a nonpartisan group of the folks who do the heavy lifting, boots on the ground in all of your we have 200, I think this is right, 263 cities, towns, and villages all across the state of West Virginia. 232.
I think it's 232.
Okay. We're going to.
All right, now,
no, I'm writing it down.
I may be wrong. I think it's 232. I may be wrong about that.
Did you just get that from Susan?
No.
Susan Economo?
No, I knew that from my Secretary of State days.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm going to double check. I think it's higher than that.
Okay.
But
all right.
What's the over under? I'm not, but I've got 2 kids in college, so I've got $0 in this wallet. But I appreciate you allowing me to dip out early to swear in these police officers, and I'm excited to listen to Mayor Jerry Marco later on your show. He's an amazing person, really neat background, really neat guy. It'll be a great show because he's a dynamo, Dave. He's a dynamo.
I've never met the gentleman, never interviewed him, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, he's really good.
All right. Go swear in some officers,
Thank
Mayor.
you, I will. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the calls today.
Absolutely. Appreciate you being here. It's 9:51. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. We'll take a break. Coming back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses want to thank you for shopping locally.
Earn more with 4 at the best community bank in the Kanawha Valley, Poca Valley Bank. Poca Valley Bank is now offering a certificate of deposit special, 10-month APY, annual percentage yield 4%. Take advantage of this great rate to grow your savings. For more information, stop by one of the 8 Poca Valley Bank locations today. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter.
Certain terms and conditions apply. Rates based on minimum annual percentage yield, subject to change without notice. Minimum deposit required of $10,000 of new money not currently on deposit with Poca Valley Bank to receive APY. Member FDIC.
My name's Chris Miller. I'm president of Dutch Miller Automotive. Jarrett Construction completely renovated and helped redesign Dutch Miller Kia in South Charleston. The fit and the finish and the quality of the project is exceptional. He has an attention to detail and an eye for that kind of stuff. You always want to give your best to your customer. It's just as important to him as it is to you. If you're ever looking to build anything, I'd call Jarrett Construction because you know exactly you're going to get something excellent every single time.
Call on Jarrett Construction.
What if the market drops after you retire? What if healthcare costs continue to rise? What if you outlive your savings? If these questions keep you up at night, you're not alone. And you don't have to figure it out alone. I'm John Burdett with 4th Avenue Financial, and I specialize in retirement income planning. Let's turn your what-ifs into a plan you can count on. Schedule your free consultation today at 4thavenuefinancial.com. 4th Avenue Financial, retirement done right.
Securities offered through Jenny McCole Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Jenny McCole Advisors Incorporated.
The latest in news, talk, and sports when 580 WCHS is brought to you by Jarrett Construction. Call 304-344-9140 for more information.
Right on time, right on budget. Call on Jarrett Construction.
Award-winning news, even on weekends. 580 WCHS brings you live news updates from our trusted newsroom. Stay connected to the stories that matter, even on Saturdays and Sundays. When news breaks, we're there to keep you informed. Trust the WCHS newsroom.
Welcome back to the show. It's 9:54. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants. Poor indoor air quality can cause a variety of health issues, allergies, respiratory problems, and more. Pinnacle offers specialized indoor air quality services for residential, commercial, and industrial type settings. Visit pinnaclecorp.net because what you don't know can hurt you. Bigley, Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. The mayor had to leave us a little bit early today to go swear in 5 new police officers. If she's listening right now, though, Mayor, your boy here was correct. West Virginia has 232 incorporated places, 77 cities, 148 towns, and 6 villages. I did retain something from my days in state government at the West Virginia Secretary of State's office. 232 is the number of municipalities in West Virginia. She didn't put money on it, and I think it probably would be unethical for a mayor to gamble on the air, to be honest with you. Text says, Dave, in mentioning upcoming sports broadcasts, the one thing I would love to see happen, WVU football and basketball broadcast returned to WVRC Media. The best days, we're hearing Tony Caridi and crew on with Steve and Jenny on Friday mornings previewing the next game. West Virginia Radio, please try to get MSN, the Mountaineer Sports Network, back. I'd say to V100 specifically. Noted, says the texter. Some things are out of Dave's hands, though, just so you know. Text says, about Friday's show and the player from Emerlawn Drive who was making gestures to the best Virginia fans, that kid, and that was in quotation marks, is 31 years old. There was what the texter is referring to was at the conclusion of the West Virginia loss. The young man who was making some sort of a gesture, one of our texters had an issue with it, and I think I had Strawn on the air with me. I think Jim, may have said something like, "Well, it's just kids being kids," and it's over now. Appreciate the text. It's over now, though. All right. Texas Dave, why is it the mayor will take calls, but Riley Moore or Capito will not? You would have to ask them about that, I guess. We certainly would accommodate them if they would like to, or any elected official that wants to come on the show to take phone calls. They're certainly welcome. I would say, though, that for no matter who is in that position of a Shelley Moore Capito, Riley Moore, Carol Miller, any of those, Jim Justice, you're probably going to get a lot more phone calls than what, with all due respect to Mayor Goodwin or any mayor, probably going to get a lot more phone calls, and they may not be quite as nice. I will say, though, with all due respect to all of our elected officials, the lack of true town halls to me is quite worrisome, to be honest with you. And I don't care who the elected official is, Republican, Democrat, doesn't make a difference to me. I think you need to be out in public. I do. Texas Dave, economy under Trump is starting to crumble. Still waiting on $1.50 gas, 59-cent dozen eggs. What we see is coffee up 100%, red meats up 30%, cars up $5,000. Take America back again about 50 years, says the texter. TJ Meadows, who will be taking us back, I don't know what that means. He and Dave Wilson will be hosting Talkline coming up. How are you, Mr. Meadows?
Could be good or bad, depending on your perspective, I guess.
What about this editorial you wrote? Are you ruffling feathers again?
I'm just writing what's out there.
All right.
There was an email.
I know. Go ahead. I know you're going to talk about it on the show a little bit, but give us.
There was an email that went out in mid-July, and it was a fundraising email. And look, if you're going to run for office, you have to fundraise. I don't fault anybody for that. But this email, talked about multi-day retreats that promise an unforgettable experience featuring delicious dining, engaging activities, and the opportunity to connect with fellow supporters in truly remarkable settings. That came from a campaign staffer for Governor Morrissey. So he's going to be holding fundraisers in Napa Valley, California coming up, Dallas, Texas. There's one supposedly that's going to happen in West Virginia that hasn't been named yet. Look, out-of-state campaigning and fundraising, I should say, is really nothing new. It may be somewhat new to a gubernatorial race or a reelection campaign for governor in West Virginia. You haven't seen governors do it here, at least not that I could find, but plenty of governors have done it. Ron DeSantis did it in Florida in 2021. Scott Walker did it back in 2012 when he was trying to raise money off that referendum and reelection or recall campaign he had to go through. So, is it political status quo? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Does it help West Virginians? Do they care? I don't know. Voters can be the ultimate arbiter of that. I'm simply saying, here's what's happening. Folks deserve to know what their elected officials are doing in terms of how much money they raise and how they raise it.
Well, I will say this about DeSantis and Walker, though. Those were both guys that had national interest. They were both running for president.
Correct.
Or I think Walker.
And two things can be true at the same time.
Sure.
I mean, he raised money for governor and he raised money for senator, talking about DeSantis. Joe Manchin did this in 2021.
He did.
Big fundraiser in Houston. So I'm not being pejorative of the governor. I'm just saying, here's what's going on. You, the people, can make up your mind what you think about it.
All right. You can read that commentary for yourself. It's posted at the website. Mr. Meadows, Mr. Wilson coming up on Talkline. I will be back on this show tomorrow. As we will be talking to Daniel Woods, also Sean Zuniga from the city of South Charleston. See you later today on Metro News Midday with 13 News and Tonight Live anchor Amanda Barron and me. We'll see you later. Till then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM 96.5 FM Charleston and 104.5 Cross Lanes on WVRC Media Station. We're proud to live here too.